Now you should see my screen and you should see the option summary window. Can anyone type and say that they see it? I'll go on in the meantime. Okay, thank you. So basically, this is the main screen where you see our 4 top models on the top menu. And the first one I'm going to present is the scanner. The scanner, as I said, allows you to find patterns and themes according to your views and find trades for them. So for example, you can find oversold stocks that you can sell puts on, or maybe covered calls on dividend paying stocks, and then you enjoy 2 income streams. It can help you find iron condors that have a high probability of profit and a lot of premium, or like a broken wing butterflies that have riskless up or down profile. So this is like a cheap way to take directional bets. So the possibilities are really endless here. And to get started, to show you how it works, I'll start from the predefined scans. These are the templates and boilerplates that we have to help you get started. We have over 40 of them, and we add more all the time. And we have tags here to help you kind of like navigate and filter them to what you're looking for. For example, if you click the bullish, then you see only bullish. If you click on bearish, then you'll see only bearish scans. Credit or anything like that. I like to trade naked puts. So for this example, I'll show you an example of what I use when I sell puts. And I will use the sell out the money puts, high probability trades that have profitable stocks and they are oversold. I'll click the customize this scan so we can see what are the parameters for this scan. So basically we see that we want that there will be no earning events before expiration. And we're asking that they'll be oversold. We are measuring it here through RSI, and we want the RSI to be oversold at least 2 days. Then we have a stock score filtering that we want stocks that have relatively good quality. And here we have some options metrics that we want more than 75% probability of profit according to the math in the option pricing. And we want more than 1% a month or 12.5% annualized return to make sure that there's a minimum return that's worth our risk. And then we see very quickly, we got the results. Right now they're sorted by the stock score, but we can sort them any way we want. One thing that I do when I see it is I click on the row and then I can see more information about this trade. Here I can see the P&L profile and what option I need to sell, but I want to focus on the stock tab because the stock tab shows me the recent price action for the stock. And in a dashed line, it shows me where is the break-even point for this position. I like to do this because I can go over each trade and very quickly see the recent price history and the break-even point. And what I want to do is to make sure that the break-even point is below recent support and as far away as I can from the recent price action. This is because it gives me added security and added confidence that I have a higher probability of profit. So if I go for TSIM, which is the first company, I can see that while it is below the recent support, the naked put break-even point is still above some support or some level we saw the stocks in December and October. And for me, it gives me less confidence in this trade. But if I go, for example, for NVIDIA, then I see that it's better, and also AMD. You can also see that last time the price was there, it was around June or July. And with the chip shortages, if I think they'll continue, NVIDIA and AMD might be interesting. The same, you can look at FedEx. And here you can see again that in the last year, it's below the price that FedEx was trading in the last year. And we can, of course, go Netflix. We're not surprised that selling puts on Netflix is way below the market value, the recent price history, sorry, not market value. But again, for Netflix case, we need to think about what's our outlook for the company. So basically, this is how this is what I do with the scan. I take this scan and I look at it every day, and then I see how trades change and what stocks added to this scan, what trades are removed from the scan. And this pattern helps me understand what is the condition of the market, where I should look to find trades and stuff like that. Let's build a scan like that from scratch. So you'll see how to do it. I'll click the Compose New Scan button. And I would do, again, oversold companies, but because before we did naked puts, so this time let's do long calls. It's a bit different. So in the long call, again, I would use the RSI. I'll click the add filter and I search for RSI. By the way, if you don't know what a filter is, you can either hover it or watch the information on the right pane. But here I will add the RSI, and I'll also add an ATR percent. So ATR is a technical measure for a stock volatility. So before I had a high probability of profit, but this trade, if I trade long call, then the P&L profile is that I have limited risk, but unlimited profit. So here I would like to have more volatile stocks, which is why I add the ATR percent. So here I will click the ATR, and let's say that I want more than 3% average movement in a day. So this means that I would only see stocks that have an average move in a day of 3%. The RSI, I would ask to have oversold. In RSI, under 30 is considered oversold. And I would ask that it will be at least 2 days in the oversold territory. I usually, when I build something like that, I like to make initially the parameters a bit more loose, and then I would narrow it down and find what I'm looking for. I don't like to trade stock very short term, like in the day of expiration. So I would do for next week. I would look for options for next week. So when I scan this, again, I get results really quickly. I will sort by the RSI and have minimum RSI. So here I have, I can see what stocks have lowest RSI, and then I can look over them. But here I want to add another unique feature that we have. It's a scenario, and this is a market scenario. Basically, I will add an outlook for the entire market, and I can see what would be the result of the trade in that outlook. So here, for example, I would say that the trades will go up 1 standard deviation until expiration. And if that happens, I want to only see trades that are at least 100% profit. And then I get to see it. And now I will add sorting by max profit. So what I see now are trades that are oversold. I sort them by minimum RSI. And I see a scenario that if the stock moves up 1 standard deviation until expiration, then I have more than 100% profit. And here you can see what all the possible trades. I will do the same. I will click on it and I will open the stock tab. And I can see the blue line is the scenario, which means that right now the stock is traded at 78.96, but 1 standard deviation above is 82.41. So about $4 higher. But the break-even point is 81.08, and you can see that it's really close. So before, because we were selling puts, we wanted the break-even point to be as far away as we can. Here, because we're selling call, we want the break-even point to be as close as possible. And here we see that the stock was here today and yesterday. So it's really close. So I like this trade. And I can do again for NVIDIA, and I can watch this, and CRM and all those stocks. I can slowly look at them. CRM is another interesting, because you can see that the one standard deviation above is actually below resistance, so it's very interesting. So this is what I look for, and what I like to do is I like to save the scan. And then I can get to it very quickly every day. And I see what is being added, what's removed. I can also click watch, and I get alerts when every time a new stock appears in the scan. You can see that the scan that we just created is here. And you can see that I am watching a scan that called an RSI oversold intraday scan. So it's a scan for me that I build, and afterwards I see my email, and I can get a better understanding about what's changing in the market. So basically, that's what I wanted to show you here. The scanner is a very powerful tool to help you find themes in the entire market. So in this case, we looked for oversold stocks, and then we saw how we can sell puts in them or buy calls. The sell puts, you can go and to the predefined, but if you want to buy calls, I can send you this scan, or you can do this later yourself.